Alright. Now I just have to reach its head.
With the release of Forbidden West just around the corner, I decided to finally play Horizon Zero Dawn, which had been on my wishlist for way too long. If you've been putting this off as well and wonder if it's still worth it, let me tell you why even 5 years after its initial release, this game is still amazing. You play as Aloy, a young hunter who's curious about her origins and the reason why she was cast out from the matriarchal Nora tribe at birth. Raised by another outcast in a world overrun by mechanical animals, she quickly had to learn to fend for herself. After falling into an ancient ruin, she found a focus, a strange device which allows her to scan her surroundings and learn more about the machines and the world that once was. While the story is unique and interesting, my favorite part about Horizon is the combat. Taking down these terrifying machines feels incredibly rewarding and never got boring in my 40+ hour playthrough. There are 24 types of machines with a variety of different attack patterns. One scouts the area, another one leaves traps, and many of them are extremely agile and aggressive. Aloy has access to different weapons, the most important one being her bow, but she can also lob bombs with a slingshot, set traps and tripwires, pin down enemies with the rope caster, or use her spear for close combat. Arrows, bombs and tripwires can inflict elemental damage like fire, freeze and shock, which some enemies are vulnerable to. Aloy's focus allows her to scan machines for weak points and see their movement patterns. Aiming for those highlighted spots with the right damage type deals serious damage and knocks off both armor and weapons. This makes every new enemy encounter exciting, because after figuring out their attacks, you can not only disable their most important abilities, but also pick up their weapons and use them against them. For me, it's one of the most entertaining and satisfying combat systems I've experienced in an open world, at least the part I've covered so far, because melee combat is an entirely different story. With your spear you can deal light or heavy damage, and that's about it. Additionally, there are some basic stealth mechanics. A specific kind of tall grass grants invisibility, which allows you to either sneak by or lure enemies. You can then hit them with silent strikes that instantly kill small machines and humans. It's not possible to hide bodies, but since enemies deem a whistle more interesting than the dead body of a fellow tribesman, that's never an issue. Let's just say both melee and stealth could use some improvement. Whenever you're not fighting machines, there's a lot to do in this beautiful open world. NPCs seek help in the form of common side quests and errands. You can clean out bandit camps, put your skills to the test in hunting grounds, or climb giant giraffe-like machines to uncover parts of the map. Additionally, there's more story-related stuff that I won't cover in this review to avoid spoilers. One thing's for sure though, it's extremely easy to get sidetracked in this game. Even when you just want to follow the main storyline, it's almost guaranteed that something sparks your interest along the way, and you find yourself 3 hours later crouching in high grass to finally get that machine part you didn't know you needed so badly. Plants, animal resources, and machine parts are used for crafting ammunition, traps, potions, and upgrades to your carry capacity. And while there is a currency in this game, you also have to collect specific parts to trade for new weapons and outfits. Not that this game needed any further incentive to hunt these fascinating machines, but it is a nice bonus. Weapons and outfits can be customized with modifications to increase certain elemental resistances or damage output. The skill tree certainly isn't the most elaborate one out there, but in addition to increased damage and stealth, it also adds some nice abilities like being able to use up to 3 arrows per shot or significantly slow down time while aiming. One thing I absolutely adore about Horizon is the level of detail in its world building and visuals. The stark contrast between the colorful lands and the cold machines inhabiting it. the old ruins reclaimed by nature, the various tribes trying to make sense of this world and all these stunning locations, from snowy mountains and lush jungles to rugged canyons and vast deserts, with beautiful lighting, both during the day and at night, rounded off by an atmospheric sound design. It's a fascinating world to explore, with remnants of the past hinting at a surprisingly deep story. Where did the machines come from, and why do humans live in primitive tribes? The story keeps you invested, and with the help of Aloy's focus, you get to uncover the mysteries of the past. Now, Aloy isn't the most interesting or well-written character. It's not that I didn't like her, but just like the rest of the characters in this game, she is a bit bland, which is worsened by relatively stiff facial animations that convey little emotion. I really hope we will get to see more interesting sides of her in a sequel. Other than that, there's hardly anything to complain about. Side missions could have been more interesting, I experienced some minor visual glitches, and I didn't particularly like the pacing in the late game. Overall, Horizon Zero Dawn combines incredibly fun combat with an engaging story that plays out in a stunning world full of mystery and cleverly designed enemies. I had a blast with this game. I didn't want to put it down, and I can't wait to play the sequel. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below.